And there's your line score. The Bison going in order. Let's give you the UC Irvine batting order in the bottom of the first. Joe Oyama leads it off at second base. Woody Hayden hitting second to shortstop. Batting third, first baseman Anthony Martinez. Doug Gleed again hitting cleanup at third base. Caden Kettle batting fifth, the right fielder. Miles Smith hits sixth in left field. Hitting seventh, the catcher Thomas McCaffrey. Chase Call hitting eighth. Chase the DH today. And batting ninth in center field is Luke Spillane. Logan Knight's first pitch of his D1 collegiate baseball career, a bit high and inside to the left-hand hitting leadoff hitter. Oyama, a devastating offensive weapon, takes a strike 1-1. Joe 2 for 4 last night, singled, doubled, walked, had a sacrifice, scored a run, drove in a run. Pro baseball in his future. 1-1 pitch is high ball 2. 2-1 the count. Playing second base today, he'll alternate that position with the talented Will Bermudez. Will always be in the game in the late innings because there may not be a better defensive second baseman in college baseball. Big hop ground ball behind the bag at first, there to get it. Dunlap, he'll win the race easily. 3 unassisted, 1 away. So Knight starts off his college career, gets a tough hitter, first batter he ever faces. Brings up switch hitting Woody Hayden. We'll set the Bison defensively after the first pitch to Woody. Hitting from the left side, of course, against the 6'6" right-hander, working first base side of the rubber. Woody 2 for 4 last night. First game in 2 years at the collegiate level, takes ball 1. Setting the Bisons on the defensive side, Logan Knight on the hill, Will Bush doing the catching, James Dunlap at first, Davis Hamilton at second, Luis Garcia at short, Jack Stell at third. Next one away, 2-0. North Dakota State outfield, left to right, Colton Becker, Caden Schwabe in center, and Sam Canton around in right. 2-0 to the gifted Woody Hayden. He'll take inside ball 3. Hayden made one great defensive play at shortstop. One of the better shortstops in the country, and he swings a mean stick to boot. Also has tremendous running speed. Pitch over 3-1. Could be the fastest guy on the team. 2 for 4, 2 runs, an RBI, a sac fly, and a walk yesterday. And either offense was devastating. 3-1, up and in, ball 4. The thing about Hayden, he needs to see good pitches because if you walk him, you're really playing with fire. He can steal a base at any time. And here is the talented Anthony Martinez, 2 for 6 in the opener. Hit .394 last year as a freshman. Drove in 60 runs, hit 11 home runs, leading the squad in both those categories. Big West Freshman Hitter of the Year, Freshman All-American. Most publications have him listed as a second or third team All-American first baseman, and he's only a sophomore as he'll take ball 1. From the Bay Area, a little bit inland, Fairfield, California, De La Salle High School. Martinez looks, change in and over, good pitch, 1-1. 6'2", 6'3", we've seen him listed as both. Well put together, about 225. Much improved defensively, now a good defensive first baseman, and one of the better hitters anywhere in the country. Jam there, fouls it back, 1-2. They have the shift on again, even though there's a runner at first. 3 infielders on the second base side of the bag. Runner goes, pitch is low. Hayden ties in head first and is in there with the steal. So Hayden makes him pay for the walk. His first steal. The Anteaters stole 2 last night. It's going to be a real track meet for stolen bases between Hayden, Oyama, Spillane.
That's right. Oyama tied for the Big West leader in steals last year.
Yes, he did. And Martinez drives one, hit well to left center, but playable. Going back on the move near the track to make the one-hand running catch, Caden Schwabe. So Anthony goes the other way, gives it a good ride, but not enough, and flies out to deep left center, 2 away. Here's Dub Gleed. Dub 1 for 5 last night, scored a run. He turned in a fine defensive play, charging a baseball, kind of going wide of the bag and charging, and made a spectacular stop on a ball that was absolutely scalded to third. I don't even know how he could react in time to knock it down. Did. Picked it up, made a great throw to first on a hop, and on the other end, Martinez with the great split almost, and dig on the play. Best defensive play of the night. Takes a breaking ball over, 1-1. Dub is now a junior. Good size for Dub Gleed. Gleed standing 6'1", 200 from San Juan Hills High School. Grew up in beautiful Ladera Ranch. And bounces at foul 1-2. William Dub Gleed. G-L-E-E-D. Hayden looking for a ticket home. Pitch in the dirt. 2-2 the count. Logan Knight appears to have very good stuff. Don't see any bit of nerves on the mound, making his college debut. He is from Ontario, Canada originally. Breaking ball just outside ball 3. Full count 3-2. London, Ontario, Canada to be exact. And again, the majority of his collegiate pitching at well-known Ventura Community College. 3-2. Swung on, whack to left, going back, leaping up, and going over the head of Becker to the wall. Gleed with baseball gold into second with a 2-out RBI double. Hayden walking in virtually from second, 1-0 Irvine. Dub driving in his first run of the year, his second hit of the year. That ball was hit right at the left fielder, hard to read because the ball was just crushed right at the left fielder as we take a look at him, and the ball going over the head. It just was moving too fast for the left fielder Becker to have a legit shot on it. 1 in, 1 on, 2 out. Caden Kendall takes strike 1. The senior, Big West Conference Field Player of the Year last year as a junior. Hit .335, takes away 1-1. 2 for 2 last night. 3 walks, 2 runs scored, 2 RBIs for Caden Kendall out of Marina High School in Huntington Beach, Surf City, USA. Breaking ball inside, 2-1 the count. Two and 1 to Caden. Gleed himself was far above average speed. Moderate lead from second. Caden looks, change up over, 2-2. He feasts on fastballs. He's a good breaking ball hitter, but I think most teams figure their best chance to get out a hitter of the ability of Caden Kendall is the off speed and breaking stuff. 2-2 in the dirt ball 3. On deck, Miles Smith, who had a big night last night. Vastly improved hitter. Always had that potential. So they're pitching gently and carefully to Caden Kendall. And Knight will back off. Big guy at 6'6". So 2 rangy right-handers going in game 2. 3-2 pitch is low, ball 4. Anteater hitters have very good, very disciplined eyes and really know the strike zone well. They're experienced, but they're also dangerous. They're going to get a lot of walks, I would think, this year.
Yeah, it's tough. You don't want to pitch to these guys because they can hit, but they don't swing at bad balls. They let the next guy up, just like we saw Caden last night. Worked a great at-bat, loaded the bases for Miles, who hit one off the wall.
Second and first, 2 out, a run in. Miles, the junior, played his high school baseball at Crossroads High in the city of Santa Monica. Takes one that crowds him, ball 1. Miles Smith, big night last night, 2 for 3, 2 walks. Had a crushing 2-run double 3/4 of the way up the right center field wall. He'll take on the outer half. 1-1 the count. Drove in 2, scored 2. Hitting .667 to start the year. 1-1 to Miles. In the dirt ball 2. 2-1. His dad, a 2-time NCAA batting champion at the University of Maryland Eastern Shores. And that was a couple years ago, we'll say, for Ira Smith. Miles takes upstairs. A bad one here, loads him up. So all of a sudden now, Knight having a bit of difficulty finding the zone, 3-1. On deck, a catcher who drove in 5 runs last night, Thomas McCaffrey. The 3-1 to Smith. Miles looks, and it's inside, ball 4. So the third walk of the inning, consecutive walks here.
Catcher, number 8.
Bleed to third, Kendall to second. Smith takes his base on balls. They're loaded up for McCaffrey.
Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports.
Trying to give his young right-hander confidence here. Knight is going to be a real key this year for the Bison, along with tomorrow's starter, Landon Koenig. Especially, we don't know what or how long the injury to Parker Pitts will keep him out. He is our bona fide ace, who tweaked his elbow last night. McCaffrey takes ball 1. Thomas hit .333 last year. Anteaters averaged 8.1 runs per game last year. Set the school single season record for runs. Fly ball to center, hit well, but to a deep part of the park. Drifting over at the track in deep right center is Schwabe to make the catch. Thomas comes close, but nothing doing. Anteaters settle for 1. They get a run. They do it on 1 hit, leave 3 after 1. 1-0 Irvine.